What in the... Yo, stats team, give me... I need a stats team update on the last pick on Zed here immediately.
Zed?
Looks like we're actually having Jinja cross back up to the top side, which is kind of weird since Vlad is pushing in Gragas. So he doesn't have his top lane priority, and his mid lane's getting pushed in too, but he goes for the smite fight.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja is still going to get it. He does give the kill over to Zeka, though, who will pick up double buff, as now Hanwha low on mana. Zeka, he's on the hunt, as he doesn't have much more than a shuriken, though. He's eating stones straight to the face. There you go, Hanwha, with one final Q. Well, Esports will be thankful that that last one was left for them. You mentioned the situation where they didn't want to go for it. Level 6 Zed, though, still going to put on that pressure. The Ignite is coming in. Zeka, one last auto. Doesn't need it, as down will go Hanwha. And that, right there, is the power of Zed.
Yeah, it's so hard in that matchup, but it is still going to be very scary for them. So Peanut immediately on over to the Dragon as well, and keep those ones rolling.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you think about their team fight.
This is a Vladimir that does have flash, and I wonder if he used pool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool. Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this one, but he is at least going to land the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done in the dive. The Vlad, not much he can do in that situation after using the pool, of course, as he does go down pretty quickly to the three of them.
Again, really good. Always playing with them. They've got the carry, jungle, and the support to follow. Wait a second.
Driver's really trying to make this kill onto Viper happen. Right now, he's just got a Catalyst and a Tear, so he doesn't actually do damage, Driver. He's just dying to MF, and Peanut's here.
Yeah, the big problem there, ultimate used offensively. You really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes Zeka once again, as there is the Kindred ultimate just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As the Q comes in, Viper, though, will be traded out, as at least Viper got the kill, but so will Driver in the dive.
Blood everywhere! I love it! There we go, a Kindred mark for Jinja as well. Honestly, was able to keep Viper in range of tower by hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to hit all too much, but everybody else groups into the rel. Here comes Doggo from the top side, though. Zeka going in for the dive once. Jinja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO, and Peanut is going to get away. Here comes Zeus over the wall, just going to pull the shove, and will not take the damage, but does take the follow-up. One Q might save him, but it's not going to happen as Hanwha lives against Zeka, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed, not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again! Zeka goes for it again! Gets the kill! And the last auto from Peanut finishes it off!
Oh my goodness, what a chat! Picks the Zed, some fancy plays on the top side to the Pixel Brush. Gets the shutdown.
Wait, I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have to pop that ultimate just to stay alive. Now Zeka 1v4, but he's not scared. He's moving into them, looking to do it. Yeah, they certainly are doing just that. This Mountain Drake going to go the way of HLE, so that is going to be their second Drake of the game, you can see. We'll see what the soul is.
Zed and Vladimir split pushing, and then everybody else for HLE. Grouping up to use their grub power here on the mid lane turret and try and get their pressure done there.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth in the river, but it didn't look like Hanwha Esports wanted to stick around in that one.
Yeah. So we'll see, because HLE are going to thrive a lot if they get to continue like spreading the map and playing so aggressively with these solo laners. But maybe coming up for Hanwha. Looks like he's going to run his way or surf his way up the river to make this attempted play. Of course, Zeus does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall, there's the TP, and a very nice engage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is there to try to save them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as Zeus gets the big kill on that backline. We do see Zeus just running in their backline, getting so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops away on the Mega Blast Cone, and Driver is all alone here. 1v2. Peanut is very low, although he is kind of kiting him out here, kind of playing with the Gragas a little bit. Gonna eat a Q though and does back away, but the Rift Herald secured, and this first turret should go the way of Hanwha Life as well.
Yeah, even though it was like, it didn't look like devastating.
Here by the side of CFO. They're gonna try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will. The side lanes, Kobe, you were mentioning though, Zeka able to put some pressure on the top side, as it looks like now both teams want to fight over this dragon.
Yeah, and like what are we gonna do about this Vladimir? Because Zeus, as we mentioned in Champ Select, is going to be a really big problem later, and we are later.
Yeah, about that. They need to do something about the Vladimir, but Zeus is a tank right now. He is just running at them, and he's got so much health. He's got so much AP because of that. And, you know, the Gragas doesn't really do much against the Vlad. He just kind of sits there and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here, Jinja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go. Peanut will secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse for Driver. Another Empower Q going to hit him as the Rift Herald pushing on in, and Zeus is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off, as Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there, as down he will go. Jinja nearly pays for it, but does throw in the ult, as Zeka looking for the dive, does pop away, as will that Ignite get the kill? The shurikens flying around him, but Jinja will survive.
Able to squeeze out just enough damage there. Okay, so maybe if CFO could just fight away from wherever the Vladimir is. How about that?
Yeah, just run away from him whenever you see the scary vampire
Or go
guy.
right to this face. I
mean, this is the thing. He's got to slow onto Zeus. Zeus, he's got help. He's got Peanut here, and heals come in. He flashes into the two of them. It's just like, why did you bait me into this one? I got to flash away now. And Driver gonna eat his third death as the Vlad now 3,000 gold ahead, just 21 minutes into the game.
So we did.
We'll see when he upgrades those Swifties as well, what that's gonna look like. Driver, he's quite tanky. He's AP Gragas, but he's still quite tanky.
He's about to fully stack the Rod of Ages too, to get that extra level.
He'll catch up a little bit. The Ruinous Otacon will be taken pretty unceremoniously here by Hanwha Life Esports, as it is spotted by a blue trinket. But nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be taken here at this point in time. Nearly double the damage is Zeus over Driver. As, Viper's just barely going to get away from that stun. He does flash the cask, and that's a good choice. If you're going to pick a target, it's probably got to be the MF if you are CFO.
Yeah, Zeus is pinging, hey, I'm just going to keep on split pushing. All HLE have to do is just make more time around this dragon. And eventually, maybe we'll look for a smite fight here or something, but Zeus is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my god!
Run!
Wait, Joggo, you're going the wrong way! He runs towards the Vlad, they're trying to take down the light, but they all get grouped up into the rel instead. And you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, Jinja gonna throw out the Kindred ultimate, but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest of the team just dies alongside of him. And Hanwha Life Esports will take the fight and the dragon, and it's looking like a 2 here today, Kobe.
Yeah, and the Baron, I'll wager.
You were reckoning that probably they would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as, Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free Baron over to the side of Hanwha Life Esports, and CFO now a bit caught, going to do a combo onto a Vlad, but you know, Talia, not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that, as in goes Zeus. He's got backup for the team. The triple kill comes in from Zeus, and he's looking for a bit more, as, they're just going to get that kill over to Viper instead, as it is the ace from the side of Hanwha Life, and that might just be the game right here, right now.
Certainly will be, right through the top lane. HLE with Baron, with the Dragon Soul, looking at the 2-0 clean victory.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a Vladimir top and a Zed in the mid lane. If you missed this game, definitely go ahead and check out the replay because it was a very fun one with those two picks. A super dominance game.